Hey everybody, welcome to Shifty's Club. Guess what, guys? I'm gonna be taking Thursday and Friday, next Thursday and Friday, to do some aggro testing online and in person. Um, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do kind of small deck analysis on the decks that I believe are gonna have an impact and former decks that may rise up to better glory. But you never know what could come around. I give you guys a clue of some of the decks that I'm doing, and if you guys have any decks whatsoever that you would like me to test or you think would be a good idea, just put them in the comments section, and I'll get around testing it. Give that it's a good viable strategy, which most of you do. Most of you are good competitive players anyway. So, um, anyway, one of the decks that I was going to test out is a Manectric Wobbuffet. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, the concept here is basically you block out everything except for Trevenant, because there's not too much of a way around that without Lysander, and Lysander's once every, but we're not worried because Manectric can one shot the thing, so and Voplum just sits on the bench, so I mean can't really do anything about that. So so I'm gonna test the deck out. Um, like I said, I haven't read any reviews to see what decks people are thinking of for the Ancient Origins set. Have no idea. I think my Mega Ampharos and Vileplume deck, which is another one I'm going to be testing a little more. Um, I believe everyone's starting to talk about that a little. Um, but the deck I think is going to have the most success is Mega Manectric Wobbuffet. And for the reason I just said, Vileplume sits on the bench, so you could pretty much just get rid of that ability, putting Wobbuffet up front, and it's easy to attach 2 energy because Mega Manectric does that with Turbo Bolt. 110 and attach 2 energy uh, from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. That's pretty cool. So it works like hand in hand. So basically, you can free retreat out of something, or you can switch whatever you have to do, whichever one you want to come. So you can just switch out Wobbuffet instead of attaching energy, whatever have you, because there's going to be times when you have to play trainers, and you can't. And I totally understand. Sorry, guys, bad throat. Anyway, so Mega Manectric Wobbuffet, Mega Ampharos, and Vileplume. Um, I'm also going to be doing some Seismitoad. Of course, everybody knows what Seismitoad really does. We've pretty much already evaluated that format, but I'm still going to use Seismitoad, kind of see what I can make work with it. Also going to try T-Tar, Mega Tyranitar EX, for those of you who don't know the little things we make for Pokemon. um, and of course, every one of these EX decks are going to run Hoopa EX because because Hoopa is just that good. And another thing that I've really thought of was Pokemon Fan Club. Seems like Pokemon Fan Club could be some sort of a benefit to us because that way, if we combine it with Hoopa EX, we could potentially get 4 basic Pokemon, 3 which are EX. That seems pretty cool, huh? Well, that's kind of what I've been thinking about the whole time, is that Mega Manectric could do the same thing with Hoopa. However, you'd probably want to super scoop up the Hoopa. Well, that or Cassius one. Um, but anyway, um, Hoop is really good. Pokemon Fan Club is even better to go alongside it. And then of course we have cards like Teammates, which are going to be somewhat useful, especially in a deck like Manectric Wobbuffet. If you leave Wobbuffet up there to get knocked out, you can always just do that one card prize exchange for 2 cards in your deck that you could really use. Um, So that's another good thing about like teammates. Ace Trainer, I think, is going to be one that excuse me, it's a slightly less better version of in some regard, and in some regard it's better. Like for instance, your opponent has got one prize left and you got 4 or 5. I mean, heck, you'd rather have the in. But if it's a close match and your opponent's got fewer prize cards, of course you're gonna want to use Ace Trainer. It just makes more sense. And then another card I want to look at is one that surprisingly seems like it has success or potential for success, and that's Tyrantrum EX. Now, some of you probably never even heard of Tyrantrum EX. Well, when I was at Walmart, I looked at it and I thought, okay, this card like just came out into Walmart and it's looks pretty good. I mean, 180 HP. The thing is absolutely outstanding, Dragon type. The cool thing is though, it's attack. 1 fighting, 2 metal, and a colorless, 190 damage, and discard 3 energy attached to it. Now most people be like, discarding 3 energy, that sucks. That's terrible. But let me explain why I think it has potential. If you notice, 2 of those energy were metal type. 1 was colorless. Those 3 could apt for 3 metal energy. What Pokemon do we know that could potentially do even just the 2 and then a free attachment that next turn? Bronzong from Phantom Forces. And with Bronzong, you can take the energy out of your discard pile and attach one of your bench Pokemon. Of course, there's going to have to be a way to get Tyrantrum to go back and forth, you know. It's going to be needed. So what do? Hydreigon EX. Its ability, each Dragon type Pokemon you have, treat cost is 2 less. So with 1 or even 2 of those, you would have pretty good potential of getting something done. And of course, don't forget about double dragon energy. Double dragon energy could also work with this combo as well. I will be testing this combo, and even the best thing about Rampardos, or not Rampardos, yeah, I keep one's a fossil. You guys know how it works. And he's got a massive attack. So that's why I think, because you know that 190 damage attack, I'm thinking, yeah, it's Rampardos with a base 165 attack in the game. Anyway, Tyrantrum EX also has an ability that basically says that no effects on your opponent's Pokemon can do anything to the damage of the attack. Basically, a safeguard ability doesn't work. I'm still going to hit you. Resistance doesn't matter. I'm still going to hit you. Stuff like that. But I wouldn't be worried about resistance at all. Because I don't think there's a single Pokemon in this format that can do resistance like that. But anyway, I figure that's probably about it. Yep, I think that's it, guys. There's a couple decks that I didn't mention. You know, I'll definitely be going over those. You know, Groudon, Wobbuffet. Those are pretty much just. I mean, you guys pretty much know that those decks are already set. Primal Kyogre with things like Greninja and Archie's Ace in the Hole. That deck is set. Lucario EX, Mewtwo, or Lucario EX, Lugia EX, you know, stuff like that. That's going to already be in format. That stuff is going to be seen as soon as it's released because they're just so broken, especially together. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much the trading card game decks that I have. I'm gonna kind of play around with, see what I think, and get back to you guys with whatevs. So, so I'll probably get back to you guys sometime the week after next. So don't be sad if you don't see any other videos up, unless you know someone else comes through and says, "Hey, we want to know how to do this," and I don't have enough time, so I'll do a YouTube video and show you. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys don't really care much about math. I'm sorry. But when someone asks me to do something, I do it because I want to help them. That's just the kind of guy I am. But anyway, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Post any comments you have in the comment section down below. And if they're proof, then I'll post them. If you have any questions unrelated to the video, just shoot me an email. Basically, my username at gmail.com. um, and if, thanks for watching, guys, and hope you had as much fun as I've had. I'll see you next time at Shifty's Club.